The single-engine Cessna plane crashed into a field off Battlefield Boulevard, about a half a mile from the South Norfolk Airport, around 4:15. The pilot, 35-year-old Dwight Biddingfield of Norfolk, was thrown into a ditch and apparently died on impact. Eyewitness Mark Sawyer was driving home on Battlefield Boulevard when he saw the plane at a low altitude and then start to go down at a 50-degree angle. When Sawyer got to the field, the plane had crashed.
I immediately stopped my car, got out, and headed to the plane. There was a nurse that got out about the same time I did. We both went over to the plane. We did not see the pilot, and we saw that he was down in a ditch, face down. We went down to him. She checked his pulse and could not get any pulse, any heartbeat, anything, and it was apparent that he was dead.
There's some speculation that Bedingfield, an Army captain and ROTC instructor at Old Dominion University, took his own life because the angle the plane was flying, the fact that he apparently circled the field before the crash, and because he made no attempt to reach the nearby airport from which he had just taken off. The FAA will begin its examination on Wednesday to determine the actual cause of this fatal crash. In Great Bridge, Mike Deason, The Daily News. The single-engine Cessna crashed into a field off Battlefield Boulevard in Chesapeake around 4:15 Tuesday. Mark Sawyer and a nurse found the pilot, 35-year-old Dwight Biddingfield of Norfolk, in a ditch.
We saw that he was down in a ditch, face down. We went down to him. She checked his pulse and could not get any pulse, any heartbeat, anything, and it was apparent that he was dead.
Biddingfield, an Army captain and woman's ROTC instructor at Old Dominion University, was thrown about 50 yards from the plane into a ditch. But investigators weren't concerned with that as they combed the wreckage with a metal detector, looking unsuccessfully for a gun that might connect Biddingfield with the disappearance of a 23-year-old ODU student, Janice Starr. Starr, who apparently was linked romantically with Biddingfield, disappeared from her Indian River apartment in Chesapeake early in November, about 2 months after she named him as a beneficiary of a $300,000 insurance policy at his request. Police consider Biddingfield, who first reported the woman as missing, the prime suspect in a robbery of Starr's apartment and her disappearance, where foul play is suspected. In affidavits filed in Norfolk, police tell of a letter the co-ed wrote to friends saying, "Sometimes Dwight scares me," and another saying, "I keep having this feeling he's going to turn on me and be my enemy. He's got that life insurance on me." Authorities have also reportedly confiscated bullets from Biddingfield's white Vega parked at the South Norfolk Airport. There's speculation he may have shot Starr. All of this, plus the fact Biddingfield did not attempt to land at the airport. He circled for a half an hour, and the plane crashed at a 50-degree angle, which is steep, leads to the theory the crash was suicide. Although no one will officially admit that this fatal crash was a suicide, authorities acknowledge that the plane was in good shape, and that unless the pilot Biddingfield was physically incapacitated, he should have been able to land it safely at the South Norfolk Airport, just about a half a mile from here. The final report will be issued in the next 2 to 3 weeks. In Chesapeake, Mike Deason, The Daily News.